Prism. No offense to Val, but it's real nice. Anyway, need something, Commander?
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientist. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking? How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy. We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the orders numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic, real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty. Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around. Friendly like. Might I have a word, Commander? I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. But Voight, got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Tracked on the Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course. Not sure he'd still consider me such, but I had some bad years on my own. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And much as I might love to jaw about that special interest of mine, this business with Zeb's gotta come first. After I recovered from Horizon, too small for Zeb, I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth. I agree. But the problem with burning down the system is finding ways out for all the innocent folk trapped inside it. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters, and often than not, our help, only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still, yeah, maybe. Easier to say that on the other side of winning. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before we were. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. Much appreciated. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to some...
Commencing activities.
to, but I'm not ready.
Engaging hostile electronics.
Ain't recharged. Ready to waste them. On your command. Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's gone untouched. Nobody around. I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
light over there. Hey, easy on the actuators.
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed! No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it. I know, I ain't blaming you. It's part of climbing the ladder. Ain't but one rung at the bottom, and everyone's keen. Can't exactly afford to be picky about the jobs that come my way neither. Considering my condition, options are limited. If you had, you'd know. Unless you're accustomed to seeing folk roaming around with exposed muscle fibers or stunted extra limbs on their backs. Sorry. Guess I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the... Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting. Bet they'd erase it from the... I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one. She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to. Nothing else. But she also... You looked at the fine print of an... Not only could pursue fixing it myself, were I out of my contract, but if I... They're right. Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well, get the feeling... Anyhow, think I'll good luck in there.
Just me, or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's been Andy's choice.
Enthusiastically neutralizing unfriendlies.
Commander, watch your vitals!
Confronting threat.
You could slow, Commander. The idea is to kill them before you die.
Dispensing sensation. Entering a confrontational state.
You hit the broad side of the freighter.
Pharmaceutics. Inbound. Raptidon.
Related activities.
Injuries detected. Please, how may this unit assist you, Commander?
Tedford sure wouldn't want this in the wrong hands. So it's probably exactly what Milford Street's after.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie.
Can't believe some of those protectorate hull heads just couldn't see the benefit of self-betterment. People think I got ejected from the saloon because I'm 3 sheets to the wind. Well, maybe I am drunk. Drunk on bold ideas.
I don't much appreciate you undermining my work, Minister. When have I ever not made a go of a job for you, huh?
Bad Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Please, that someone in my...
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now. Were it that easy, we'd be seeing a lot more.
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without...
That's it. I'd rather be a down-and-outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. Are
you mad? This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's...
So you say. But Auntie's choice. And you. I got a proposition for you.
She will most assuredly regret her decision. Most assuredly. But I suppose the acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport. Wait. It seems I must be direct. My operation in Westport is as important, if not more so, than what had... Excellent! Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of protectorate... Verily, I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Excellent! With that, I shall mark the locale. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself for a task. Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. Then consider yourself officially deputized. Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation.
Is it me or has my ankle... Anyway, need something, Commander?
All done in there? Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you up. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, if you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully and in time, maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back and had a feeling you knew a good offer when you... Doc Tinsley worked with grafts for some time before...
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship.
Acknowledged.